What's going on, dudes? Glacier Cut here. I'm back with another prediction video for you guys. This video we're going to be predicting my favorite team, the Cincinnati Bengals. We're going to be predicting their regular season record. I'm sure you can see in the background I've got a lot of Bengals stuff up here. I'm going to try to be as honest as I can in this video. Obviously, I want the Bengals to do really well this season, which I personally do think they will. But I won't be biased. I'll try to give some accurate predictions here. They've made some pretty big moves this offseason, picking up guys like Dexter Lawrence, Boye Mafe, Brian Cook, Jonathan Allen. I think some of their rookies will probably be pretty good. Guys like Cassius Howe, Takario Davis. Those are their first two picks. They traded away their first round pick to get Dexter Lawrence, which I think was pretty worth it. We'll see how he does in the regular season, but I mean his presence alone is just going to open the door for so many opportunities for the other guys on that defensive line to kind of shine. I think Boye Mafe is going to have a really good season. I could see him putting up north of 10 sacks this year. Coming out of being a rotational piece in Seattle, he'll be able to get his starting minutes here in Cincinnati. And I think he and that whole Bengals defense they're gonna look a lot better than they did last year for sure. Guess we can just go ahead and roll into this. I'm looking at that week 1 matchup. I don't see this being a loss. Tampa Bay's a good team for sure. I don't think it's going to be an easy win, but I think the Bengals are going to start out hot this year. As far as the first game, I think they're going to win this first game. It's their open and orange game. Everyone is coming in healthy. I think this will be an easy win. They lost Mike Evans. They've got an interesting situation on their hands. They've kind of been finishing middle of the road, but they've been winning the NFC South just because that division is so weak as of recent. But I see the Bengals taking this win. I think this will be a close win, but it'll be a good home opener. They'll start out the season 1-0. This week 2 matchup is where things start to get a little questionable. This Texans team is really, really good, especially defensively. I think the Bengals offense is good enough to kind of match what they've got, but I think the mismatch between the Texans offense and the Bengals defense might get the best of them. I'm going to give the Texans this win here in Houston. Give the Bengals a 1-1 start. The Texans will be a good team this upcoming year. It would surprise me if they don't win the AFC South. Jacksonville could make a push to win that division, so I'll give the Texans that win. Week 3 in Pittsburgh. I think the Steelers are going to be. This is going to be the first year ever since Mike Tomlin has been there that they're not going to win. They're not going to be over 500. I think the Steelers this year will probably be a 5-6 win team. With their current roster, they don't have a lot of promising players. And plus, they just lost arguably one of the best coaches in NFL history. I think the Bengals will take that win pretty easily. Week 4 against Jacksonville. This is going to be another tough one. Bengals beat them last year as a home opener. I think they're going to win this one again. I think they're going to beat Jacksonville 2 years in a row at home. Jacksonville, like I said, they've got a very solid chance to win that AFC South. But I think the Bengals' offensive power is just going to be too strong for Jacksonville to keep up. Against Miami Dolphins kind of blew everything up this recent offseason, trading away Jalen Waddle. They lost Tua. It's going to be a interesting season for the Miami Dolphins. It's definitely going to be a tanking year if I had to guess. I think they might finish maybe with 3 wins, maybe with 4 wins. And one of them is not going to be against the Bengals. The Bengals are going to handle this game before the bye. Going into the bye at 4-1, one of the best starts that they've had in quite a while. And coming out of it, going to play in Baltimore, and that's going to be a tough one. I'll give that one to the Baltimore Ravens. It's going to be a very big challenge for the Bengals to win that AFC North with the Baltimore Ravens there. The Ravens are, as much as I hate the Ravens as a Bengals fan, they're a good team. They've always been a good team. And they've always been somebody that's given the Bengals problems. As long as Lamar Jackson's there, the Ravens are going to be a playoff contending team. Last year, he was kind of in and out of injuries and just wasn't really playing the best, but they still had a chance. They should have made the playoffs. Just Tyler Loop missed that 30-yard field goal to put him into the playoffs. But yeah, I'll give this one to the Ravens. We got the Titans. I think the Bengals will take that pretty easily at home. If I had to guess, that's probably going to be a 30 to 14 game or something like that. I think the Bengals will probably kind of wipe the floor with them. In Madrid, this game against the Falcons might be a little interesting. I think the Falcons are going to be improved this year. I'm still going to give this win to the Bengals. I think this one might be closer than people think. The Falcons are going to be solid, but I think the Bengals will squeeze it out. Now we've got a Week 10 matchup here. This is going to be Sunday Night Football. This is the Bengals whiteout game. I don't think they're losing this year against the Steelers. I think they're going to go 2-0 against the Steelers. Put them at a 7-2 record heading into the second half of the season against Washington. This game is going to be a Monday Night Football game in Washington. Washington got the best of us a couple years ago on Monday Night Football. Between last offseason and this offseason, they've been making moves. I think the Commanders will definitely take that win. Coming up here, Week 12, we've got the Saints and Bengals. The Saints are going to be a lot better than people think, too. I think they've got a chance to win that NFC South. But I think the Saints could beat Cincinnati at home. It'll be a close game for sure, but they've got a lot of promising pieces coming up, and I could see the Saints taking the win this week against Cincinnati. Bengals Week 13 in Cleveland. For whatever reason, the Cleveland Browns have not been a good team for the last 5 years, but the Bengals just struggle against them. I don't think it's going to be the case this year without Myles Garrett. Jared Verse will be a good player for the Cleveland Browns. I think he's going to have a breakout year. He's a really good player. But I don't think he's going to be enough to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Plus, they don't really have a good quarterback situation there yet. I think it's still a toss-up. I don't think Shador's going to be starting. Well, he might be. I don't know if it's set in stone or not. But I think this should be an easy win for the Cincinnati Bengals. Kansas City Chiefs at Bengals. This one is their Stripe the Jungle game. It's a 4 o'clock game. It's not prime time, but it's a Sunday 4 o'clock game. That game is going to be intense. It's a very big rivalry that's been going on between these two teams. Not so much as the last 2 years, but those first 2 years of Burrow and Chase against the Chiefs were very, very fun to watch. I think that rivalry might return this upcoming season as long as they both teams stay healthy. I think this is going to be a shootout of a game. I'm thinking 30 points, 35, 32 game, something like that. I'll give this one to the Bengals, though, at home. With the 8-4 record, fans are going to be pumped up for this game. It's going to be a shootout, man. I'm very, very excited for this game in particular, as well as this game down here, the New Year's Eve game. I think these next two games, I'm going to go ahead and just win both of them. I don't think they're going to lose to the Panthers, and I don't think they're going to lose to the Colts. Both of these teams are okay, but I just think the Bengals are better than them, and Bengals have always played really, really good December football. It's something that they've always done. I think they're going to win both of these weeks 15 and 16 matchups. They're going to get hot here. I don't think they're going to lose the rest of the season at this point. I think they're going to beat the Ravens on week 17, New Year's Eve. That's going to be their white Stripe the Jungle game, which is new. They're going to have half black, half white, which is going to look sick on cameras. It's going to be a heck of a game. I think the Ravens are going to come in with the mentality of a must-win. It's probably going to be coming down to this season. This is going to be the AFC North winner game. Whoever wins this will pretty much lock up the AFC North and get that home field advantage for the first round. It's going to be a heck of a game. I'm very excited to see it. And then this last game is just I think the Bengals will probably have the AFC North locked up. They're not going to play their starters. It could be a win or a loss, but I'm going to go ahead. I'll just give it to the Browns. I'm assuming this is going to be with the Bengals not playing their starters last game. If the Bengals do play their starters and the Ravens have a closer record, then I don't see them losing that game. But I think a 12-5 record for the Cincinnati Bengals is pretty fair. I'm pretty sure preseason the Bengals are favored to win 15 out of 17 of these games. The only games they're not projected to win are Week 7 Baltimore and Week 2 Houston. I think they're projected to win every other game, which that's not going to happen. That's just not. I mean, if it does, that'd be awesome, but I don't think that's how it's going to work. This is what I'm thinking for their record this upcoming season: 12-5, potentially 12-4 if they need to win this game. But I think their ceiling is probably 13 wins. Their floor, I don't see them losing more than 7. I can see them going either 10-7 as their floor or 13-4 as their ceiling, which I think is a solid prediction for them. But it's a very improved Bengals team, in my opinion. Even Joe Burrow came out and said that this is the best team he's ever had since he's been here, just as far as guys on the defensive end, and obviously he's got his guys on the offensive end. I think Amarius Mims is going to have a good season, really good season this year. Orlando Brown is just kind of Orlando Brown. He's been okay for the Bengals, nothing too crazy. But it's going to be a fun season, man. I think it's going to be back to high-scoring Bengals, and just hope that the defense can hold teams to less than 35 points per game. Last year, they were losing games. They were scoring 40 points and losing games, which is just absolutely unacceptable in the NFL. You cannot score more than if you score 30 points at home, there should be no reason why you're losing that game. And that was the biggest issue with the Cincinnati Bengals. And they came into this offseason with the goal of fixing that. So I mean, it's gonna be a fun season for them. As a Bengals fan, and knowing many other Bengals fans, I know we're all super excited. But I can also tell you, as a Bengals fan, we get super excited for the start of every season, and it's just typically doesn't work out. Those first 2 years with Jamar Chase were pretty fun, the Super Bowl and the AFC Championship. But I'm hoping that they can get back to at least the AFC Championship this year. It'd be very fun to watch them make a deep playoff run again. But anyways, this is my prediction for the Cincinnati Bengals 2026-2027 season. If you guys have any disagreements, please let me know. If you have any reasons and why they wouldn't be 12-5, please send a comment my way. I appreciate you guys tuning into the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye.